Glug glug gamers.
I said it for the last time. Last time I said it just to pass time. This time I'ma aim for the neck, put his brains in his lap.
What's up, guys? It is Monday, which means there is a new music review, which I am doing. Hopefully we can kind of keep this up going weekly. It also means that if you work a regular 9 to 5 weekday job, that this is the first day of the week for you. And so I hope this can help start it off on an optimistic note. And hopefully you guys will enjoy this. So today we are looking at the debut EP by Evan Barlow titled Barlow LN. Now this is a 5-song EP by the up-and-coming artist. Now if you don't know Evan Barlow, he started out as a predominantly hip-hop artist, dropping some tracks on YouTube, kind of exploring that style. However, he kind of switched things up and is now doing more ballad and rock type stuff. He went on tour with Grandson, which is for where I first met him and became familiar with his music. He put on an amazing performance, by the way. Let me just read what he wrote about this EP so we can kind of get an idea of what it's about. He says, my debut album was originally written like a story of my life from 14 to 20 years old, starting at the beginning of my teenage party years and ending at the rock bottom when I was in jail due to my heroin abuse. And my mother passed away. It's been a wild ride, that's for sure. Glad I was able to make it out alive and put it into art. And that's really a beautiful thing, a beautiful place to start with. And the EP does kind of follow through with that. The first track, Let Him Come, has a kind of grit and resilience. And it's a fun track. It's got a great little rap verse in there. Great, very professional sounding production and mixing. It's very impressive, especially for an artist that's really just starting out. Looking at this song in retrospect, I could see how it could have some context to him being a teenager, kind of just having that mindset of not thinking about the consequences of his actions, I suppose, although that wasn't what I originally thought. If that is where he was going, that would also make sense. The next track, If You Care, is kind of him pushing away a loved one of some sort, possibly romantic, just because he's afraid that he's gonna end up hurting them. And it's a beautiful ballad, very sorrowful, and it was originally this song actually that really piqued my interest. He has kind of a Johnny Cash sound on his voice, with just that melancholic sound and acoustics and all that stuff. And this was really the song that hooked me. The next track, Feels Good, has an amazing video for it. You should go check it out. Feels Good by Evan Barlow. It's about drug use, presumably some type of hallucinogenic, as it is kind of hinted at in the video. This is another one that really illustrates the strong points of Evan's music, particularly that when it comes to be the chorus, which is a little bit repetitive, you hear some really interesting noises in the second chorus kind of come in, and it keeps it from getting boring. The song is far from boring, in fact, while it is the most repetitive out of his songs. Next track, Polly in the Closet. I am a little bit confused as to what it's about. I have a guess, but I don't want to guess in case I'm wrong. It's another good song, a little bit more rock style, got a guitar solo in it. Kind of Nirvana almost sound, but I might just be saying that because of the song Polly by Nirvana. So that may not be true, but it definitely has a little bit of more of a grungy alternative rock sound to it. The next track is called Headstone, and it's about his best friend who committed suicide, and it's a very sad song, obviously. It's right up there with How Could You Leave Us by NF in terms of how it makes you feel. And It's a good song. Overall, the EP is really amazing. If you haven't listened to it, you should really check it out. Do yourself a favor. It is one of the best, most solid EPs, especially for a starting artist, that I've ever heard. Now, as far as criticisms, the song Headstone, while it is very emotional, does have a couple filler lines that I feel like Evan avoids otherwise. Particularly, nothing can change if there's no one to blame. I know your pain because you feel it the same. It's mostly that line that it feels a little bit filler. I might be mistaken. Um, that just goes to show that there's really not a lot of criticism I have to offer for this EP, as it is really good. One more quick thing before I end the video. If by any chance Evan ever sees this video, I just wanted to thank him. When my house burned down from the sandalwood fire, Evan donated some money to my family and I to help get an apartment, and ended up sharing it on his Instagram story. And I really appreciate that. He's a really cool guy. I've gotten to know him a little bit since the concert, and yeah, you should all do him a favor, do yourselves a favor, check out his music. Evan Barlow. He's on Spotify, Instagram, iTunes, everything. And yeah, with that, I think I'll end the video. Have a great week, you guys. Hope your day is awesome. Hope your week is awesome. And thanks again to my editor Ben for editing this. Hopefully this one doesn't require as much work as the last one. And of course to Russell for helping me use his setup. I will link both of their Instagrams in the description. Ben posts a lot of really cool memes. You should totally follow him. And Russell does streaming content on Twitch actually, and you can see that through his Instagram, so make sure that you check that out. Okay, one more quick thing before I go. Actually, on my Instagram, I will be posting asking some questions about certain musical stuff, and I'll be making a video about that later. So make sure that you follow me, or just checking in with my stories occasionally, or you can always just message me, and so you can stay up to date on that. Okay, awesome. Alrighty, I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you have a great week, guys.